Alright, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the deck. You can see the smile on my face today. It's an exciting day. Maybe you can't see it, it's really shady, but my grass seed for the fall overseed of my cool season lawn has arrived. So without further ado, we're going to get into some unboxing. And no, this video is not sponsored. This is stuff I paid for out of my own pocket. So let me show you what seed I got. I've got a cool season lawn back here in northeast Georgia. Probably one of the tougher areas in the country you can grow cool season grass. I have it due to all of the massive amounts of shade that's behind me, and I'm going to be doing my fall overseed really soon. So on my last video I told you that I'm going to use a tried and true standard Shady Nooks Jonathan Green grass seed that I've used for the last 2 years with good success, but I was also going to try another mix. So without further ado, let's get into it. I'm going to show you what I got. Alright. It's 50 pounds of seed. Alright. So let's open this up. I'm going to show you what I got for my fall overseed. Oh yeah, be careful when you're opening with the box cutter. You got little grass seed. Alright, so there you have it. There's the first seed. No surprise. Jonathan Green, 25 pounds of Shady Nooks Black Beauty grass seed. I'll show you a little bit more about what's in this seed on the back of the bag. Alright, so hopefully that comes through. You can see this mix has actually changed. This is probably the fourth bag that I've used over the last 2 years in my yard. So you can see the majority of it actually is a 29.5% future tall fescue with a 90% germination. 29.5 is just a tall fescue. It's got a little asterisk on it, so I'm assuming that means that it could be different varieties. Says variety not stated. That is something that's different on this bag versus other bags that I have had in the past. You can see that 19.5 or 19.65% is frontier perennial ryegrass, 9.82% is singular perennial ryegrass, 9.8 is harpoon hard fescue, and then there's just some other various stuff as far as other crop seed, weed seeds. There is some in this mix. You'd really like to see as low as possible, but for what I'm doing back here in this backyard, that is perfectly fine. So interesting thing, I think I've heard out there is shortages these days in some of the fine fescues and the creeping or the chewing fescues. If I had an old bag, I could show you that was what was in a lot of this Shady Nooks grass seed in the past. I have seen videos in the past showing that there was actually Poa trivialis in this grass seed, and that is true. This grass seed used to have Poa trivialis as an actual component of it, but you can clearly see that there is not any Poa trivialis in here unless it's in that bottom on that other crop or weed seed, which I doubt it. And the last couple of bags that I had did not have any Poa trivialis in it, so that's not part of the Jonathan Green Shady Nook grass seed. So it's got some instructions on the bag on how you need to overseed and so forth, talking about how you mow it, how you seed it, but we'll cover all that in the upcoming video and actually put this to use. So let's get into the next grass seed that I got. Okay, so that was the Jonathan Green Shady Nook grass seed. Now it's time for the mystery seed. I told you I was going to get something that I hope will do a little bit better in some of the more sunny areas in my backyard, and something that may help this backyard cool season withstand the intense Georgia heat in the summers. So without further ado, let me show you what I got. Okay, another 25 pound bag, so hopefully you can see that. So we got the Jonathan Green Black Beauty Solar Green. This is a mix of Texas bluegrass and I believe some tall fescues. Let's take a look at the back of the bag and I will show you what is inside this bag. Alright, here we go. Hopefully you can see that. Let's go right through what is inside this bag. This Solar Green You see again we've got 29.55% Golconda tall fescue. If my memory serves me, that's actually one of the fescue or tall fescue varieties that used to be in the Shady Nooks as well. We've got 29.55% future tall fescue. We've got 29.55% tall fescue. And then we've got 9.82% solar green Texas bluegrass. So that's really what I ended up buying this bag for, was the solar green Texas bluegrass. So I'm really interested to see how that does in the yard. Let's kind of read through over here what this is saying. So this solar green mixture is a very heat and drought tolerant, contains Texas bluegrass with black beauty turf type tall fescues. This mixture is perfect for sunny and or shady areas. We got both. Solar green Texas bluegrass can withstand very hot temperatures up to 100 degrees and requires less maintenance than traditional Kentucky bluegrass. This mixture will produce a dark green, heat resistant, highly durable lawn. Black Beauty solar green mixture can grow roots up to 4 feet deep, contains a waxy leaf coating to preserve moisture, displays a uniform, not clumpy growth habit, and naturally withstands insects and diseases. And the Jonathan Green quote, once you've seen a Black Beauty lawn, you'll never forget it. I can definitely agree with that, at least in the fall and the spring. The Jonathan Green seed produces a really deep green lawn. So you can see this bag also has some instructions on preparing your lawn for the seed product, and as well as some seed rates for your different type of spreaders and how much you should put down for new lawns, and then of course for your overseeding lawns. So pretty excited to see how this mixture ends up turning out. So there it is for use in these areas. You see we just fell into that area barely. Okay, so there you have it. There's my 2 seed choices for my fall overseed. Really excited to see how these mixtures do. The Shady Nooks has a lot different content than it did the last few bags I've gotten, so I'm looking forward to that. The Solar Green looks like it may be a really good option for the areas that are back here below my wall, and right around this deck where I do get a little bit more sunlight throughout the day, and hopefully it'll help to withstand some of this hot Georgia summer heat. So hope you'll subscribe to the channel and follow along. Going to prep the yard in the upcoming weeks, get the seed down, water it, starter fert, all that stuff. I want to show you how I do it on a budget. Obviously the biggest part of my budget is right behind me. This seed has gotten expensive. I think it was the tune of about $135 for each of these bags. So big investment, but I will say one tip that I have is to always spend your money on the grass seed. When it comes to your cool season lawn, you definitely get what you pay for. If you go to the big box and buy some of those Scots or some of the other seeds, you're going to have some results, but the problem is you're paying for 50% of what's in that bag is just that blue coating and stuff. So you're not actually getting your dollar worth of seed when you get those kind of products. So definitely spend some money when you get your seed, whether it be Jonathan Green or some other type of seed that you can order or get locally from somewhere like a SiteOne, where they have some of the Lesco products that are really good. Spend your money on your seed. You can always skimp on your fertilizer and do a lot of the hard work yourself to save money, and you should have good results. But stay tuned, and we will be doing our fall overseed. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.